Hello, hello. So I've had an order arrive from Jackson's Art Supplies in the UK and thought you might want me to share it with you. They recently had a pencil and Caran d'Ache sale on, and I've been wanting to pick up a few of my missing Luminance pencils. Plus I wanted to try some of the more muted Neocolor IIs that are suited to landscapes. And there's a couple of other art materials in here too. So it's been patiently sat on my desk waiting for a chance for me to film it. So I'm really looking forward to taking a look at what I've ordered. First of all, let's have a look at these little boxes, which no doubt have the Neocolor IIs in. So I'm just going to show you the colours that I've got. So as I was saying, these should all be quite natural, fairly muted colours so that I can use them for different things, obviously like landscapes and wildlife, possibly portraits. I do have a small set of these, but they are quite bright, vivid colours which are lovely, but they're not always that useful. Some of them are great, but what I will do in a later video, if you're interested, I could swatch out all the ones that I've got, because it's quite an investment obviously buying the bigger set so that you get the whole range. So I'm just going to do a quick swatch of these. How many have we got? We've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So we'll just have a little look at these first off. So no particular order, I'm just going to swatch these out. I'm going to miss the white out obviously because you really can't see a lot of it on the paper. So we're going to start with this one, which is the Sahara Yellow, which I think could be useful. And I think what we'll do is just write, I'm going to use this so that you can see it clearly. So we've got Sahara, yellow, and I'll just put the top, the Neocolor II, Aquarelle. Okay. And then this is the Desert Rose. And now we've got the orange. I think it's just, oh, it's Fast Orange. I'm not sure what the fast stands for. Is it light fast? And now we've got saffron. It's a really lovely colour. I should have left a bit more space really so that we can wet them and just have a look at them in a bit more detail. Okay, so we have olive, light olive next. And chromium oxide green. That's really nice. You can see that being quite useful. And this one is moss green. Olive brown. Another useful colour. This is russet Or is it sanguine? I think it's sanguine. I can't remember which one it was that I ordered, or if there is a sanguine or a russet. We'll call it sanguine for now. That does look a bit russet though. Let's just put that, because I don't really know. It says both. Right, next one is, oh, my eyes. Burnt, yeah, it's a burnt sienna. Oh, that's good. Yeah, another great colour. It's quite a plummy colour. It's very different from the burnt siennas that I've used in watercolours and oil paints. We've got a light grey. So the Neocolor IIs are really, really soft. They're quite waxy. They are nothing like a child's crayon, like the Crayolas that kids used to have, or still have probably. I know that these work really well in mixed media. A lot of people love them for that because you can use them on top of quite a lot of different things, little different art materials, that is. And let's carry on. So we've got beige. I think illustrators use them a lot as well. It's just simply beige. That's really nice actually. It's like a stormy colour. Right, and Van Dyke Brown. And what have we got here? This one is sepia. I do like a bit of sepia. And then we're on to our blues. So, light cobalt blue. That's nice. Obvious thing it reminds me of is the sky. Next is cobalt blue 5%. Yeah, and it does, this has got more of a reddy undertone to it, more like a slightly going towards your ultramarine colour. I think let's have that one next. This is turquoise. Should we start up here? That might be a bit more sense. So we've got turquoise, turquoise green. That's what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. These are some lovely colours. And jade. The Neo 2s are, as far as I know, really light fast. I don't know the exact light fastness of each colour. Whoops, let's pop that one there. But they are very good. Caran d'Ache is a really, really good company. They only produce really good art products. Even their student ranges, I think, are really good. And finally is, oh yeah, of course, indigo blue. I think indigo is actually one of my favourite colours. So with a brush, I'm just going to just swatch out, try them with some water, just quickly. So let's have a look and give myself much room. Don't know how much of that you're going to be able to see, but they do spread out really well. You can work over these several times. If you want a more gouache-like consistency, you just let it dry and then put another layer down on top. That's really nice. I really like the desert rose. Yeah, if you keep adding, letting it dry and then adding further layers, you get a more opaque, gouache-like look to it. Yeah, that's great. That's really lovely. Saffron is gorgeous. So I'm planning, I've got a few trips coming up, and I'm planning on taking these with me because I think it'll be really fun just to work with them over the top of other things like inks and, well, I'm not sure really, but I'm going to use them on top of different mediums as well, and just see how, whoops, mixing that one straight in. These are really nice colours. I've not used the set that I have an awful lot because I think I've been put off with the colours that are in the range that I've got. There are some really nice ones in the tin, but the tin is quite long, so it's not the easiest thing to pour. Oh, that's great. I do like that. That's more like a port, I would say, than a burnt sienna. Yeah, the tin is quite long, so it's not the easiest thing to put in your bag. So I've got this tiny little, it's actually my sister-in-law. She brought me this Horlicks tin. The sweets were disgusting. But the tin is fabulous. So I thought I could pick some of my favourite colours and put them in here. And then that might be a nice thing to throw in my bag if I want to take some of these out with me. Ruth doesn't mind if she's listening. She wasn't. She didn't particularly like the sweets either. I don't think anyone did. But tins can be quite expensive, can't they? When I've gone looking for them, I just think, why would you pay, that amount when you can buy something already in a tin? It's also interesting to note that they melt easily. When you put down some lines with these Neo 2s, now this one isn't doing it, is it? Do you know, they've not sent me the right one. That's a Neo 1. That's why it's not dissolving. Neocolor 1. Oh well, I wanted to try those. I've never had any of them. So these are, I do know illustrators have always, well, they've loved using these because they virtually go over everything. So that would be good. So that's why that one wasn't melting, just as I started talking about it. So when I say melt, I mean when you leave some lines and you have to keep working and working and working it for the product to actually melt. I call it melt into the page. You don't get those lines that you initially put down. That's gorgeous. That's really subtle. Okay, let's have a look at oh, look at that. That's the sea, isn't it, if ever there was. And the jade. The paper that I'm working on is the Royal Talons Art Creation sketchbook. It's not a great paper inside. If you just want to make loads of practice sketches though and just not be too worried about the cost of the paper, it's a nice one to work in. And this is the indigo blue. So as you can see, a lovely set of colours. I think I chose quite well there. Right, so it's turned into a little bit of a swatching, well, I suppose it was going to be a bit of a swatching video. So let's move on with the rest of the things that I got. So the next thing that I wanted to show you was I treated myself to this Art Graf little tin. I've actually got, if I just show you, I've had this one for a while and it's really mucky. It is water soluble, it's probably exactly the same as what is in the tin, but I can never get into this. There we go. Yeah, mine's broken quite a bit, but you can draw with it. And I just wanted something cleaner that I can just shove in my bag, really, because I've got nothing to put that in as well. It is, I'll just show you, very inky. So I'm interested to see what this is like. I think it's just graphite. So yeah, that's what I wanted, was a little tin for it to make it a bit more portable, because it does get over your fingers, if you can see. And let's just have a look, see how it compares with the actual blocks. It does look a bit more bluer actually, I think, but no, it's lovely. I'll just put a bit more water with it. See what happens when we drop. Yeah, I think, yeah, I've been wanting one of these for ages, so being a very low will, I just stuck it in the basket. So that's definitely going to be travelling around with me from now on. So let's move those aside. What else have we got? So the next thing is this box. So if I don't know whether to, we're probably going to need that, aren't we? So let's have a look and see what we've got. So I'm really excited about what's in the box, because I haven't had any of these pens before. So let's fish them out. So we've got, I think I ordered, is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, as I was saying, I think I got these at a promotional cost, I can't remember. Again, I wanted some earthy colours, and I thought these might be useful for landscape. So let's have a look. So when I was at uni, I used to use Pro Colours. I'm trying to remember who made them, but they really suited my style of drawing at the time, because I was doing fashion illustration on my degree. But they did bleed through. Trio colours, I think they're called. They were really expensive. And yeah, they always bled through all the pages, and I wanted to see what these were like, as these are watercolour. So this one is in the beige red. So I thought this would be good for life drawing. You know, when you have those really quick poses, if you ever go to life drawing or do it online, they often start you off with 10-second, 30-second poses. So if you've got something like this just to do an outline, I thought that could be quite useful. So you've got one nib there, and a thinner nib. I don't think there's any other nibs here. So yeah, I thought that could be quite useful, well, for Caucasian skin anyway. It wouldn't be any good for darker skins, but yeah, that's really nice. And does it bleed through? That is a question. So let's have a quick look. No. This isn't the thickest of papers as well. I mean, it's not really watercolour paper, which is why it buckles so much. But it does seem to work really well on this paper. So this, I think I mentioned it earlier, is the Talon's Art Creation sketchbook. These are quite cheap. They're really good for messing around in, really. So let's have a look at the other colours. And this one is Warm Grey 3. Yeah, that's a useful colour. I was thinking maybe for buildings, and you can just, yeah, do your windows and everything on top. Yeah, that's really nice. What else have we got? Oh, this is nice. I bet this is the earth green. Yep, it's the earth green. Love that. Yeah, that's going to be really useful. And then another green. Is this olive? No, it's May green. Okay, so let's pop that next to this one. Yeah, that's also nice. And this one is, let's have a look, sanguine. Yeah, whoops. So I'm not sure if you can refill these afterwards. I don't know an awful lot about them. I shall have a look into that because that's always handy to know. Oh, that's good. That's like a real gold colour. What have we got here? This is, yeah, green gold. Yeah. Lovely. Finally, I think I said earlier that I do like an indigo. Yeah, this is dark indigo. Yeah, they're really nice. Just checking that they don't come through. No. Okay, so those were, if I write it down, sorry, I've not been doing my neatest writing. So we've got, these are Faber-Castell, the Albrecht Dürer, watercolour marker. And I'm just going to write you the colours in case you're interested. I'll also put some links in the description. We've got dark indigo, green gold, sanguine, beige red, warm grey 3, earth green, and finally the May green. I'm really liking what this is doing now. It's really good. Yeah, I'm really happy with those. I'm looking forward to using them. So next, I've just realised what I should have done as well with these. I can't remember, like I said, I've not had them before, if they, you can use them with some water. You can't you? Oh, so that's quite nice. Just try. Don't know if you're meant to, but yeah, it's quite ethereal looking, which is always nice. Like I said, it's not watercolour paper, so I'm not sure what they'll be like on that. That'll be interesting to find out. Yeah, they do seem to, let's see what happens when you mix the green gold with the blue. You should get a nice green in theory. That's really good. Yeah, that's nice. I've got the earth green and the May green. So that's what's happened very quickly when you use them with water. So the other thing that I got is, I have got somewhere a couple of travel brushes, but I wanted they're very small, they're tiny actually, and I do love my water brushes. They're just so convenient to use. When I say water brush, in case you're not sure what I mean one of these. So they contain water and you can just shove them in your pocket, and you don't have to think about taking out a separate water container, etc. So they're really good. But because I'm going to be away for a few days, I wanted to take a proper brush and a thicker one than the tiny ones that I've got. So I thought I'd try on these Jackson's own brushes, and I got a nice big size just to see what they're like. So let's have a go. I'm just gonna, I think this was a size, again, I'm gonna put some links in the description because, does it say on it? Yeah, it says. That's a size, yeah, it was a 9 that I got. The only thing with brushes is it's so hard buying them because a 9 in one range is completely different from a 9 in another range, and it's just a nightmare. You have to buy some to know what they actually are like quite often. But you could tell by the photos that these were going to be bigger than smaller brushes. So let's just have a look. What should I try them with? Let's try them with the Art Graf. Oh, yeah, it's got a nice snap to it. It's let's try it with the rest. I wanted a bigger one so that I can use it with inks to cover all the paper, really. So I think they're just going to be great. The other thing that I've had problems with in the past, when I have had a water brush, a normal brush, a travel brush, that's what they're called, travel brushes, the handle doesn't stay on, it flies off. So you could be painting and then you just lose your brush, it just comes away. So that's happened quite a bit. The other thing which is a bit difficult about them is if you've got to be really careful putting the brush back into your handle, because you don't want to be leaving brush hairs out because they go out of shape, and if you bend them back it's a bit of a nightmare, sort of ruin your brush. So just be careful if you do get anything like this. But this is lovely, it's got a really nice weight to it. It's Jackson's own, so it didn't cost a fortune. Some of them do. No, I'm really happy with this, and it's got a nice feel to it. I'd be more than happy, yeah, working on some large sheets of paper. It's got a good point as well. I'll just show you that. Yeah, so you can do some different types of stroke with them. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's great. I'm going to look forward to using that when I'm away. So hopefully you'll see that in a few videos' time. Okay, so what else have we got? So we're just getting down to the last few things. And what I originally did this order for was some luminance pencils that I was missing from my stash. Let's have a look at what I've got. Okay, so the first three we have are, okay, so this is a dark indigo luminance. And let's just push the camera in a bit so you can see it a bit more effectively. And if I just move this over here. Yeah, the luminance pencils are one of the best pencils that you can get. They're just made so well. They're very creamy. And the light fastness is generally good. Well, I think it's very good actually, not just good. Let's write down what they are next to it again. Oh, that's a dark indigo as well. So we'll leave that. Now we've got, I'm sorry for my scratchy voice, French grey. Yeah, I only had a tiny bit of French grey left, so I got another one of those. And it's quite a warm grey, the French grey. I used to use it quite a bit in wildlife drawings. This one, this is Payne's Grey. So when I've done detailed work, I generally use these as the under layer, and on top I've used my polychromos, which are, they're a lot harder than the luminance. Both are really good pencils. If you're only going to buy two sets, either buy the polychromos and the Lightfast, or the polychromos and the luminance, because one is hard and one is soft. It depends what type of colours you like, really. So that was, I've already forgotten the Payne's Grey, wasn't it? Okay, so the first three colours, let's move those out of the way. Yeah, so this is to either replace ones that I've, well, can't find. Oh, I'll save those two for last. Oh, I hadn't realised that. Right, so this is not a luminance, this is a Lightfast, as you can see. So I'm just going to pop that here. Maybe I couldn't get that elsewhere. It's really nice. Yeah, so that's Ocean Blue Dark. I actually think the Lightfast are, sorry, you can't see that, just off screen there. I actually think that the Lightfast are smoother, creamier, smoother. Yeah, they lay down maybe a little bit better than luminance. Sort of hesitant to say that, but I think they possibly are. So that's the Ocean Blue Dark. Sorry, I've been scribbling away, haven't I? And yeah, these are three other luminance colours that I have missing, possibly because I don't really use these two. I can't read that. What does it say? Medium. Oh, medium cadmium. Hold on a minute. Let's have a look. Oh god, this is bad, isn't it? Medium cadmium yellow. Yeah, I was right. So medium cadmium yellow. Yeah, I never had this one. I'll just explain. My polychromos I bought as a complete set, and I've got water soluble and pastels I've bought as a complete set, but for some reason my luminance and the Lightfast I bought as single pencils. They are expensive. I think that's probably the main reason why. I didn't want to fork out a lot of money for the whole set, knowing that I might not use them all. But I've just wanted to complete them recently, just so yeah, I can see what I'm missing. So that's that. That's a really nice bright yellow. And then we've got another yellow, and this one is gosh, here we go. Indian, that's it. Got there in the end. Indian yellow. Oh yeah. That's like how I imagine Indian yellow to be. I'm thinking about the textiles actually. I did a textiles A-level, and I remember using colours like that called Indian yellow. So that's Indian yellow. And finally, we've got, let's pop those over there so I don't lose them. And this is telling me that they're not easy to read, are they? Right, what have we got here? Blue. Oh dear, Bleu de Nîmes. Bleu de Nîmes. Let's write that down. Yeah. Oh, it's like a royal blue. I think that's what I would call it anyway. Okay, so they're the luminants I needed to replace, or that I'd never had. Finally, I'm also excited about this because I've heard that these pencils go over anything. So I'm just going to show you. So these are Holbein Artist Colour Pencils. I've never had them before. So I've heard that these pencils go over most things, or everything I have heard as well. These are Holbein Artist Colour Pencils in soft white. So we've got a few dryish. I think they're quite dry. Yeah. We can try them over these. We'll try them over these just to see what they're like. But they're meant to be, we'll zoom back out again. There we go. Yeah, they're meant to be very good for putting on top of your work for mixed media. I'm just going to sharpen one of them, bear with. Right, let's have a go. So we're trying to go because that will show up. Oh, yeah. I'm not actually pressing that hard as well. With some pencils you have to really keep going over and over to get anything to show up, but no, these are going on really well. So I'll be interested to try that on some different mediums. Just try them on these Neocolors, if you can see. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, they work great. So that's my little art haul. I hope some of this was useful to you. I am planning on looking at some of these ranges a bit more in depth. I do have all of the Derwent Lightfast. I do have all of the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. So I'm going to make some separate videos on those in more depth and swatch them out for you, because you might find it interesting. If you just want to buy one or two, you can then see the actual colours in, well, video, not real life, but video life. And then maybe if you just want to buy a couple, yeah, that can help you decide. So let me know what you think. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.